Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And exhale, feelings of tension, worry, or stress. Notice the speed of your breathing, the pace of your breathing, the depth of each breath. So as you breathe in, allow it to be slower, deeper. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a release, perhaps of tension, maybe stress, maybe a weight of expectation or any rules about what you should be doing, what you're meant to be doing. Just feel it leave your body in that outward breath, enabling you to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine an old antique globe, the kind of globe that spins on an axis. And maybe the axis is made of brass. And maybe there's a weight to that globe, and you can imagine it spinning around there at an angle. And as it spins around, see the blue representing the oceans, and maybe colors representing land. And just spin that globe around and stop and focus your attention over Europe. Maybe you can see the boot shape of Italy. Maybe you can see where the north of Africa hits the Mediterranean Sea, and then you can see the shape of Spain and Portugal, that Iberian Peninsula, all linked together. And then France, and allow your eyes to follow north of France and then see the UK, and focus your attention right in the middle as you imagine the old historic city of Oxford. As you focus on that location, almost imagine your imagination is going into the globe, into the sky, hovering above the historic city of Oxford. And maybe you can see the modern parts, but I want you to focus your attention on the historic buildings of the University of Oxford. All those ancient, historic, hundreds of years old buildings that existed before America was even discovered. See those old buildings and imagine going back in time, perhaps 400 or 500 years, to when these buildings were new. Back in time, and just imagine being in one of those new college buildings in the vibrant city of Oxford. But I want you to imagine you are at the top of one of these buildings, and there is a large spiral staircase that leads down into a library. I want you to imagine that for some reason this library, this college, is completely empty. It's almost like you have it all to yourself. The smell of books, the energy connected with learning and knowledge. And just imagine this spiral staircase, perhaps with ornate wooden banisters, breathing in and breathing out, and with each descending number as I count down from 10 to 1, you will imagine walking down this spiral staircase into this state-of-the-art library of its time. Nothing by modern standards, but at this time in history was the best the world had with knowledge and information. Breathing in and breathing out as I count down from 10 to 1. 10, taking a step down the staircase, feeling 10% deeper and deeper relaxed. 9, another step down the staircase, just feeling tension being released all across your face, your forehead, your jaw, your cheeks. That's it, just release that tension. 8, feeling that relaxation going into your neck and your shoulders. Continuing to walk down this spiral staircase. That's it. 7, arms feeling limp, loose and heavy as you walk down this spiral staircase. Continuing to walk down. 6, then 5. Feeling like you're going deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. 4 and then 3, deeper and deeper relaxed. 2 and then 1, getting to the bottom of this spiral staircase. And now finding yourself in a large, well-stocked library of all of the world's knowledge in a single room at that time. And you feel like you're called to a book. And I want you to accept the idea that this is the book of your life. For some reason, it's in this library, surrounded by the entirety of the world's knowledge at this point in time, and just find that book that represents your life. And I want you to see the book is unfinished. The final chapter's unwritten. And I want you to find a comfy chair, a large table. And I want you to be intentional about what these final chapters look like. You don't have to write the chapters, your life will do that for you. But I want you to plan the kind of things that are in that joyful, fulfilling future. And just imagine, you've got old quill pens with feathers and bottle of ink, a big table surrounded by inspiration and knowledge, and I want you to feel what it would feel like to plan your future. Maybe you can draw images of the places you want to go to. Maybe you could imagine writing goals of projects you want to complete, a book you'd like to write, people you'd like to see, experiences you'd still like to enjoy. I want you to open your mind to the possibility that this period of time has not been wasted. It's been a necessary period of reflection and intuition, almost like one season finishing, another season starting. Like the car is in neutral before you put it back into gear again. That every good garden needs the winter to reset before the spring and summer arrives in no time at all. So imagine yourself on that comfy chair, that big table, planning and preparing for the ideal future in the next chapters of your life. As you settle comfortably into your seat, you might begin to notice a sense of anticipation. The ambience of that library, a feeling that something special is on the cards in your future. And as you breathe in deeply, You can breathe in possibility, and as you breathe out, you can release any feelings of stagnation or hesitation from the past, making space for new beginnings. And perhaps you'll become curious about the adventures that await you on the blank pages of your future. Each breath bringing you closer to a vivid clarity of what joy means to you. You might find that with each heartbeat, you might feel a warmth, a rhythm, a guiding pulse leading you towards the paths that will spark creativity within your soul. And as you imagine the chapters of your life, you can feel that glow of a morning sun, signifying the dawn of an invigorating chapter in your life story. And it's possible, of course, that you'll notice the comfort in planning, how each thought carefully placed is like a stepping stone across a bubbling brook, leading you to that incredible future you deserve. And you could discover that ideas visit you like welcome friends, each one bringing a piece of the puzzle that forms perhaps a picture of your future book, and of course, your future self. And you might find yourself smiling as the joy of preparation feels like the joy of anticipation. Knowing that every plan is a seed planted in the fertile soil of tomorrow. There's a chance that thoughts and characters begin to weave themselves into your days, their whispers turning into conversations that fill your world with inspiration. And what if every moment of contemplation is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny, painting a life rich in color and vibrant with potential? And you may be delighted to find that creativity flows through as effortlessly as a river, each ripple reflecting the light of a new idea, guiding you to your destination. And you could feel an inner confidence blossoming, a quiet assurance that the book you write is also the life you craft, each word a step towards fulfillment. So just imagine the stories that are waiting for you, the characters in the book and your life that are eager to come to life, each one a reflection of the multifaceted narrative you are about to live. And you might sense a growing excitement, like the first page of a novel that holds the promise of journeys yet to be embarked upon. Each line a new horizon. And what if each and every night, just by resting or dreaming, inspiration visits you, and when you awaken, refreshed and eager, you can take these ideas, thoughts, dreams, and inspiration, and to translate them, perhaps into something usable in a book or in life. And you could feel a wonderful sense of alignment, as if every aspect of your life is coming into focus. Each piece of the puzzle finding its place with a satisfying click. And as you ponder your future, you may find joy bubbling up at the thought of days filled with the pursuit of what you love, the possibility that each moment is a treasure. And you might begin to perceive your life as a series of chapters, each one written with intention, and you are the author, holding the pen with a steady hand. I want you to reflect back on the chapters so far. Those chapters so far have given you wisdom, experience, clarity, knowledge. And what if you can harness all of those previous chapters to help empower you to make choices that lead you towards joy and fulfillment, a feeling of satisfaction and inspiration. And maybe in one of your own future chapters, there's a chance of a chance encounter, a potential romance, like the subtle tension between beloved characters in a novel, just waiting to dance across the pages of your life. And I want you to feel that this isn't an obligation, an expectation, just a possibility that you can be open to if things feel right. It's as if with each step forward, you're crafting a story worth telling, a life worth living, and a legacy of joy and fulfillment and creativity that will be your mark on the world. You might notice that your inner world is rich with the seeds of creation, ready to blossom into stories that captivate, enlighten, and inspire both you and perhaps the people that will read your book. And maybe you'll revel in the process, finding as much fulfillment in the crafting of your tale as in the sharing of the finished narrative, that the journey can be just as enjoyable as the destination. And you could find that the rhythm of your writing is the heartbeat of your new chapter, each beat a testament to the life you are actively shaping. And I'm wondering if you can embrace the notion that every word you write, every plan you make, is an echo of your inner voice, growing stronger and more distinct with each passing day. As you enjoy this journey, you may find that the blend of past experience and future aspiration is the perfect recipe for a present filled with wisdom, creativity, and joy. Breathe in and breathe out and feel that you're still there in that ancient library, perhaps quill pen in hand, on that comfy seat. But I want you to look out on all these notes, all these plans, having a deep feeling that your intention is colliding with your resources to embark on a new chapter in your life, a new spring in your season, a wonderful new period, a phase of joy, fulfillment, and accomplishment. Just imagine putting that quill pen back down, leaving that comfy chair, knowing that you can return to this place for any source of inspiration. Everything written down will be retained in your mind whenever you need ideas or thoughts or intentions. Find yourself walking back up that spiral staircase, feeling more and more alert with each and every footstep. And when you get to the top of the staircase, imagine hovering up through the roof of this building into the sky until you find yourself staring into the middle of England in an antique globe, but feeling that you've taken intention, inspiration, and clarity with you. A deep sense that there is a bright, fulfilling future just on your horizon. As you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose, just returning to the present, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, fully connected in the here and now, feeling optimistic about a wonderful future. Being both the author and the main character. As I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, full of joy, and full of optimism. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.